Welcome back to another episode of The Buzz. I'm your host, Joshua Williams with the Atlanta Swarm, and I'm here with the new co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know this is Porter House, number 62, DN, Chris Porter, Atlanta Swarm. What's up, y'all?
Let's go. So
y'all know me. Act like y'all don't know me.
So it's been a while since we've done a podcast, or for The Buzz at least. And we got a lot of things to talk about. A lot has changed. A lot has happened since season 16 going into season 17. And now we're going to talk about the offseason that we've started and currently in right now. So tell me about your offseason, man. What you been up to?
Man, I'm a Peloton tribe member now. So, like, I bought it like a month ago. Well, not a month ago, about 20-some days ago, so I'm trying to do 60 days in a row, so I'm getting used to the Peloton. So, yeah, that seat was kind of rough when I first started using it, but I'm getting used to it. I got, like, little seat pads, and I got the shorts, actually, too.
Okay.
So I'm doing that. Then, we still doing we doing the MMA fighting league, so we still doing that in the off season. Then I actually joined the 2K sim league, so I'm doing that, too. And then besides that, I'm still doing my podcast. Me and Perry, we do that during the week.
Right.
Yeah, man. Just trying to get some money mostly. But yeah, just getting ready for like I said, getting in better shape, man. I want to be a better player this year.
I got you, man. Yeah, I saw that you kept putting in the locker room, and you're, putting all the work in and grind in there. And so I've been doing the exact same thing. I'm trying to, just like you in the off season, I'm trying to get back in shape, get back in this rhythm and routine, trying to create some good habits and whatnot, and get ready for this season 17. But outside of things, I've been grinding, streaming. A lot of people don't know that I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv, Swole 2011. But other than that, yeah, man, little mixture of things, Call of Duty, Knockout City, things like that. Something different. Try to do something different, switch it up every now and then. But yeah. Let's talk about this off season though, or at least our off season.
What season for you?
For
what season is this for you? Cause I know this probably. I want to say this is my third season coming up. So what season is this for you?
Let's see. I think this is my 6th or 7th season. I joined in season 11. So yeah, probably my 6th or 7th season. Cause I kind of joined midway through.
What motivates you to keep coming back every season? Because some people, I notice now, some people don't come back. Sometimes they retire or, just leave. So what makes you want to come back this season and keep playing?
Man, I'll tell you. I always say it's the players that are in the locker room that make me want to come back and play some more. Coaching, the ownership, the leadership that goes into the front office with Mark and Siege and them. They always want to push the envelope to get better and better each season. So that makes me want to come back, and also making connections with everybody else in the league. I just like the league, meeting new people, doing my social media thing to help the league grow and also help our team grow, and try to expand it as much as possible. And then also see my player at the end of the day get better and do his thing. It just brings me joy and happiness to help others and see that my help or what I'm doing is helping others as well, and not just myself. That's what makes me come back and motivated to keep playing and stay in the league.
It's official drip right here. Official merchandise.
Oh yeah, 100%. Hey, look.
What website we buy this from?
Hey, look, Sector 6, you got he's wearing the championship shirt over there with the black on, and then I got the hoodie on. Go cop some merch at Sector 6. We'll have the link in the description. Make it easy for you to just cop it. And also, we might even drop a little code down there to get you % off. Who knows?
Well, this wet right here, though. It actually fits good. This looks good.
Oh yeah.
See how it fit my arms there. See.
Hey, it's all the Peloton you've been doing and putting in.
Trying to.
But let's get into this off season. So our off season started a little different from from other people. We recently just resigned for right now 10 people. So what do you think that says about our franchise and organization getting those 10 people already been resigned coming off of what last season looked like?
I think we're getting stronger. I know the year before we lose anybody last year? We lost one person.
We lost Kendra. Yeah, we lost one person to retirement.
So then we lost Kendra the year before. Then we lost some people this year, but I still think we got a good nucleus, and I think like Brian Dynasty, I think he's getting there. So once he gets there, I think we're gonna be really good because we already got wide receivers and a good tight end in the defense. Like I think we kept most of the ones on defense stuff for like few secondary players and linebacker, but we still got the D line. So and we got Shyne. So I think as long as we got you on the D line, we got Shyne, then we got Moose. Mm-hmm. So we got basically star players in each level. So I think we're good. We just gotta pick up some more pieces and we need some pieces to get over the top.
Yeah, I agree with you. Going off of last season and this season, like you said, once we get, dynasty and rhythm and we've kept pretty much our core nucleus together and build upon that, I think we'll be a team to watch out for. Because even though we had a down year, there was a lot of those games that could have went the other way and we could have easily been, had a positive season and then, went deep off to the playoffs. So it's, a little here and there, but I believe we'll put it all together, season 17 going into it.
And I would say, so what's the difference between signing the players in free agency and then getting a player through the rookie draft? Like, is it a difference or it's not really a difference? Because I'm saying they got the same point value. Will they have the same point value?
So what's different from getting a player in the free agency and versus getting a player in the rookie draft is what you said, it's the point value difference. Usually most of those free agencies been in the league for a long time and they've been working on their progression, and so they're higher up on point value than the rookies coming in this year. So if there is a possibility to get a free agency that has high value, I say this, high value, but also fits into your organization and what you're trying to do in your leadership, then it'll be probably better for you to do that than to get somebody from the rookie draft. Now, sometimes you can't help that. You have to go for the rookie draft and then, be able to build and work with that rookie to get them to where you want them to be.
Okay. So what else going on?
So noticeable. So like I said,
who all resigned? If they don't know who all resigned.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. So all the people that have resigned so far, we've had 10 people. I resigned first, defensive tackle Joshua Williams, for y'all don't know, or AKA Swole. I resigned. We had our wide receiver Siege Falco resigned, who is also our GM. Moose Papineau, our free safety. We've had Leo Jefferson, which is our defensive tackle, the other guy that's on the side of me. We've had you to resign, defensive end. Our outside linebacker, Aquantis Shyne. Our tight end, Jamal Wooding. Our strong safety, Chris Henry. Our other defensive end, Billy Ray Valentine, or BRV. And then also our quarterback, Brian Dynasty. So like I said, those right there is pretty much a good core and a good start off. That's half, and I think that's majority. That might be the most that have re-signed so far on any team in the SFL.
And who's our highest rated player so far?
So far, let me make sure. So just going off of it, I think our highest player that has re-signed is probably, I think it's Siege. It's close between Siege and Dynasty, but I think it's Siege for sure. But that's for right now. I'm pretty sure we still have other people to re-sign, hopefully. Can't speak of their names right now because they haven't re-signed yet. Don't want to break any rules there. But hopefully those players will re-sign, and then we'll get them on board, and I'm pretty sure that cap will go up as well.
I actually, then speaking of off-season, I actually like the new signing process. I think it's easier. Like, you just got to do the little Discord thing, the password thing. But once you do that, that's easy. It's easy to go in there and sign it. So good job with that, Cam, other people, whoever got involved with that. That's a good idea. I like that.
Right.
But I was still wondering about the progression. I know they was talking about something going to be new with the progression, but I don't know if I've seen it yet. But I know they're saying that's going to be different too.
Right. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So for y'all that don't know, signing used to be done by Discord. You'd have to, get into a different group and then add in the commissioner, and then the player, and then also probably the GM or the owner, and then get a contract signed there. But now this season, for season 17, the SFL has came up with a new system, which is basically like the SFLm or the SFL portal, which everything is easier now. It's all on a separate website. The GM or the owner creates or prepares the contract and then sends it off to a transaction list, to where now the player, after they sign in and log in, they find their contract, make sure everything is okay, make sure all their equipment and gear and all that stuff is okay, and then all they have to do is just sign it with their name, and then it's done. It's just that simple. And then once that gets done, it goes to the actual current roster, to let them know that, hey, they're on the roster, they signed, they said everything is okay, and then the process goes on from there. So credit to Cam and then everybody who was all behind the scenes, because I know there was more than just just him that were all in that and got it all worked out as quickly as possible as they did. So thank y'all for that, because it makes it easier for us front office people, and then also the players, because now all they got to do is sign, click, done.
So once we sign it, the coaches and the owners are getting the ping.
What's that?
We signed it. I said, so once the player signs the contract, because I don't know what happened after that. So y'all are getting a ping saying we signed it, the owners and the coaches?
Yeah. So once the players sign it, then we get it goes into like one of our feeds, the boxes, to let them know that they signed it and they accepted it. And then once they fully accept it, if you go back on the website under season 17, your name will show up there stating that they did in fact sign it and everything's cleared and ready to go.
Yeah, but I like it, man. I think it's smooth. So yeah, great job with that.
Yeah,
it's good to see like stuff when you're implementing it and actually like benefits the league. So that was a good idea.
Absolutely, I think it was the right move and probably the right timing to do it with all the influx of new players coming in. So everything will be a lot easier to find on one website instead of trying to scramble through your messages on Discord to find out, all right, where did I accept this? What did I do? How did I do this? And everything's laid out there in layman terms of, hey, this is your rating. This is what we did to it. Make sure it's right. And if it's right, sign the contract. And you always have a document of, I signed it and I know what I signed. So now we're going to talk about a little bit of a thing that we had, or I wouldn't say issue, but there were some retirements and people that we've lost to either free agency or decided to, switch gears and do something else. We lost Blake Hamrick, or one of our cornerbacks, Blake Hamrick, to retirement. He was in the league for a long time and played for probably 2 or 3 teams, but we lost him to retirement. And then we lost one of our tight ends to retirement. We lost one of our tight ends to retire, free agency, which is Will Todd. Good guy, did a lot for us. We also lost one of our cornerbacks, Connor Darien, to free agency as well. And then one that we didn't see coming was one of our middle linebackers, Cole Finnegan, who just left the server and we didn't know, and so we lost him as well. So we're trying to, bounce back off of that and figure it out. But I think we have some surprises for y'all that y'all gonna like. We'll be coming up with in the free agency and also in the draft. But what do you think about those losses?
Yeah, I would say I ain't trying to talk about it, old boy, man, but like anytime you dealing with business, you just don't walk off and leave. Like you can always let somebody know, yo, I'm out. Don't just leave. That's just like that's not really like good business, just in life in general. So
Right.
you know, like I be hearing other people do that too, but I just don't see why you do it. Like then this is nothing like this league is not life and death. So why can't you
Mm-hmm.
just tell somebody you leaving before you leave? Like we not like we all kind of like we're invested because we're all like doing this together. We do the check-ins together. We play together. So it's like just tell us you leaving and leave. No, you don't gotta do that. I don't know why people do that. That like says a lot about the person to me. That's like them how they act. They shouldn't be like that.
Right. And on that note, if for anybody who decides to, hey, I'm done with the league or I'm done playing, tell your owners, tell your GM like, hey, this is it. I'm done, and I think I want to leave, or whatever, retired. But don't just leave. So any rookies out there too listening, don't just leave like that. That puts a bad taste in the owners, GM's mouth, and also the people that are, probably looking at you down the line if you do happen to come back to the server. So don't just leave like that because that's gonna put a bad mark by your name. Be smart about what you do, man. Be considerate too.
Listen, we don't know what's going on. We might think something will happen to you. We
Exactly.
thinking we worried about you and stuff like it's kind of almost like a family. So just tell us.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Todd's good, but I actually think the Todd one was a good one for us because I
Mm-hmm.
don't think the two tight end was working. I think we needed three wide receivers. So I thought that was a good one. I didn't want to see Blake leave because Blake was one of our. We had two shutdown corners, and he was
Right.
one of them. But I didn't want him see him leave. And I think Cole came in with me. So like I said, all the ones. I think all the ones came in with me was Leo, Brian Dynasty, Connor, and Cole. So now that's like my little class is dwindling. So I think we only got two more and Billy Ray Valentine. So
Right.
yeah, so I'm trying to I want to stay with the people that I came in with. So that makes me stay when I see them staying around. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, it's just you got to keep that core together, because you never know what may happen. And so I always tell people keep that communication open so you're like, hey, I know where your headspace is. Um, it just helps us and the players know so they don't, they're not guessing like what happened, what did that person do? Because people leave regardless, and that's how it is. That's in anything,
yeah,
life. People leave, they come back. It is what it is. But like I said, just be considerate of what you're doing, and then also the people's time and effort that they decide to put in and invest into you, as well as you invest back.
yeah. And then I think yeah, I forgot to mention. I know Dynasty. We came up together too because we was on the same team.
Right.
Lincoln, even Lincoln ain't around no more, but we was on that same team together. I think it was me, him, and Connor. We was all on the same team together. So
I think y'all
shout out to
were.
Lincoln Rattlesnake. Are you still coaching the other? You still coaching Albuquerque?
Yeah, man. I'm still coaching Albuquerque. We just finished coming off a perfect season, an 8-0 season, the regular season anyway, and then now we go into our playoff matches, which starts Wednesday. So we trying to do a repeat back to back and see what we can do.
And I'm turning into a real vet, man, because like I'm a vet now, so I don't be watching these rookies, man.
Yeah.
I just watch it when it's the real. Yeah, like last season I was watching it, but this season I'm like, I see it when they come to the league, man. I ain't worried about them now.
Hey, look, come down. Hey,
We
look,
gotta get them
I
come.
always invite people back. I say, come down, come back and see your team. Come back and see your alma mater.
Oh,
Show some
nah.
love.
Then what happened? So no, I got this. What happened? I got a bitter taste in my mouth. So I was on Lincoln, and then they had me. I was the offensive coordinator, so I was all happy. Then all of a sudden, they just shut down for the rest of. They didn't do it no more. Whatever happened, like
Mm-hmm.
defunct now. But then the other team I was with shut down. I forgot the other team. What's the other team name? Let me look it up.
Well,
The other
who?
team left too. So I'm like,
Oh,
man,
you're
every time
probably
I go
talking
there, they
about
leave.
the Indianapolis.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, all my
Yeah,
teams. So I just be kind of like, now I'm like, man, like I actually been trying to coach and stuff, but every time I do that, yeah, in Indianapolis,
yeah,
all
Indianapolis
my little
Navigators.
minor league teams be leaving or defunct.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
they
and I
said
think I
that.
hit up one of the rookies.
Right. Yeah, they said that they're gonna probably come back.
No, I was saying
Switch them in and
hit
out. So
up
I
one.
don't know.
Yeah, then I hit up one of the other teams I was trying to get on with them. And they already had, I think it was like Salt Lake or one of the teams I was trying to get with, and they was already had their coaches. So I was like, whatever. So I noticed if I'm not involved somehow, it's not as fun watching it. Like, but if I know I'm coaching or if I'm doing the stats, like I started doing the stats last year, and that really made me watch the game. Right, if I'm just watching it, it's not the same as me like doing stats with it. The stats actually kind of make it more exciting to me.
Oh yeah, for sure. It always keeps you involved into the game, and who's doing good and who's not, or what did that if somebody shows up on the radar that's not scouted, that's even more surprise.
I would say, did any of those, like how they made a couple of changes during the off season, during the ownership meetings? Did any of those changes really stick out to y'all? To stick out to like the coaching staff and the owners, the changes they made?
I think the one big change.
Any significant changes?
Yeah, I think the one big change that kind of caught most people by surprise was the extra value to the special teams or kickers or punters. I think they gave +10 for the rating, so I think that kind of I'll say definitely surprised people because we weren't expecting it, and people are kind of trying to figure out what to do with that extra value or extra bonus because that increases the cap, and trying to get that cap under control is a big thing for any team.
Yeah, 'cause I know I saw one about the offensive linemen. They was like giving them more power or something, more strength.
Yeah,
like 5 more strength.
Yes, so they can be able to block. But then I also think
that was important.
But I also think they gave linebackers an increase into block or shed blocks or something like that as well. So it's kind of like a balancing thing at this point, which I think is a good move because linebackers kind of needed the buff anyway because they've been getting double blocked and blocked by linemen all day or each season anyway.
Oh yeah, so I was letting everybody know, y'all know we the Horsemen. But I want y'all to know, y'all know I'm Ric Flair. Hope y'all know I'm Ric Flair, right? Y'all could pick the other people, but I'm the Nature Boy, so I hope y'all know that.
Hey, look, the 4 Horsemen in full effect, man.
We need one up. We got who gonna be our manager though? You know how the 4 Horsemen had a manager. So who the manager? Shyne.
Probably.
Manager.
It'd probably be Shyne.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's.
Oh yeah. So then we was talking about the Hall of Fame honors, the honors in the Hall of Fame. That was a good. I actually liked watching it. I was watching it. I thought it looked really good. Like the graphics and just how they did it. It was really smart. It looked good.
Yeah.
Shout out to that too, Cam. Cam over there working. We see you, Cam, getting that work in.
So before we
AJ,
get to
I want to shout out AJ too. AJ and
before we get
Dave
to
Axis, I like Dave. I'll be watching them too. I think they're all doing a good job. And,
right before we get to the Hall of Fame, let's talk about the All-Star, or just we're gonna touch a little bit about the All-Star. So it's the East versus the West All-Stars, and we had 3 noticeable swarms that made it on to the East squad. We had our tight end Jamal Wooding, which is his 4th time. Our linebacker Aquantis Shyne, which is his 5th time, and then for the first time ever was our free safety Moose Papino. So shout out to them, man.
And this is based solely off stats, right?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so because I don't think we got the vote for this. Usually back in seasons past we got the vote on who made it to the All-Stars, but I believe it's like stats and then categories and lead and things like that.
So what do you think about the ones that got selected? Like did the right people get selected? Was anybody left out on the team?
I'll say for the most part.
I know how you feel. You didn't make it.
Hey, look, I knew you gonna say something. I wasn't gonna say anything. There's a few people that said, there's a few people that got snubbed. I'll put it like that. I did my thing. I didn't have the best season, but I believe I was close or up there in tackles for loss. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care as long as my team wins or our team wins. So at the end of the day, as long as we get the wins at the end and get to that championship, I don't really care. It is what it is. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, But talking about that, we're gonna switch gears again, and we're gonna talk about, like you said, the Hall of Fame. We had 2 that got inducted into the Hall of Fame, which is our running back BDG Hollewood, and then also our linebacker Quinton Shyne. BDG, I believe, is leading in all stats in running back. and Aquantis Shyne is also up there. I believe he's number 2 or number 1 in tackles, and I think maybe slightly behind Eddie Gage. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'll fact check that later afterwards. But what you think about those 2 Hall of Famers, and do you think they deserve it?
Oh yeah, I mean, from when I came to the league, all I've been hearing about is BDG. So I always hear about him, and just you can tell how the fans gravitate to his name. So I know he's one of the stars of the league, and Shyne just if you watch the games, like he's just all over the field all the time. So they're kind of like no brainers. I was kind of just I knew they was going to make it, so they was kind of like when they got when they in the real Hall of Fame the first round ballots, they're gonna make it.
Right? Yeah.
Like you knew they was gonna make it. It was just when were they gonna make it? Yeah, it was just like when they was gonna make it. But
Yeah.
how do you feel like? So who will be the group of Hall of Famers from Atlanta?
Honestly, I think it'll probably be Boo Chisholm. If he's not already in there, I believe it's gonna be Boo Chisholm, because he's been in the league for a while now too, and he's been putting up some numbers. So if it's not him, I'll be surprised on who else it would be.
Yeah, I think after that it's probably gonna be you and Sage.
Hey,
I always say Sage.
Siege. Yeah, most likely it's gonna be a while, because they, like I said, they've been in the league for a while too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay around till I don't know how many years I gotta stay around, but I'll just stay around till I make it by default.
Hey, look, it might be me and you both. But let's switch gears and then talk and discuss about the kind of players that we are looking forward to join our organization, the Atlanta Swarm, and our franchise, because we do have a few spots to fill, and we want to get the right person, not just anybody out there.
Yeah, I was saying I know y'all looking for people that can add value. So just you want more than a player. You want somebody that can do like scouting or graphics or stats, or just something that they actually help the team out with.
Right. So this franchise, and for those, many people know that once you join the Atlanta Swarm, we don't ask for much. Loyalty is big for us. We don't really have much turnover, and there's a reason why for that. People want to stick around and want to stay involved with the franchise. That's why you have people that stay on here for like seasons on seasons in. Now, it might be different for some people because, they want to do, want a little change. And with the newer people coming in, they want to test out the waters and do this and that. But for the majority of the core people that have been on Atlanta Swarm, they stayed there for a long, seasons on season in. So we're looking for somebody who's loyal, doesn't mind doing extra, the extra things if they don't, whether that's scouting, doing stats, broadcasting, graphics, interviews, whatever the case may be. But we're looking for somebody who's, willing to also learn and be a leader in his own right, and also understand the leadership role in that aspect as well.
And then I said, do we are y'all actually looking for people with high level football minds? So like former coaches. Have we had a former coach yet?
I don't think we've had a former coach before. I might be lying. We might have. I'm not really sure. You would have to ask Mark on that one. He's been in the league a little bit longer. But as far as I've been in there, I don't think so. Unless, I'm not sure. Unless Todd or Will was, I'm not really sure. I don't think we have. But we're not. We're just looking for anybody willing to learn, and want to contribute. And if you don't want to do that on your own, then it's probably not a place for you.
Yeah, I forgot we didn't shout out Chris Henry, man. He gonna be mad. We gotta shout out the King.
Oh yeah, hey, look, shout out to the King, because he gonna say something.
I forgot about him. What's up, bro? That's my brother too. I think we joined the same year too, so I think we kind of all been there at the same time. The younger people, because look like I would say, what y'all think about that? Like I noticed that year, the year you won, a lot of people left the year after. So how did you feel about that? Because I was thinking if you win, most of the time when you want to repeat, but didn't y'all lose a lot of people that year?
Yeah, it's funny that you said that. Usually, it's actually happened a lot in this league. Usually, whenever somebody wins a championship, there's more turnover than there is people staying. I don't know why that is. It just happens like that. And some people want a different change.
Yeah, I know Denver got that too.
Right, yeah. And then some people wanted to help the league grow too. Like when Marcus left, he said he wanted to help the league grow in a different way. And he couldn't do that with staying on the team, which we respect that. And other people said, well, I've been in the league a long, long time, and I think it's just time to retire. And that happens as well. And like you said, Denver was a prime example of that. They had a lot of people that were in the league for a long time, finally got that championship, and said, I think it's time for me to retire, and then give those younger people or somebody else a chance to get what we've had, or have a little taste of what we've had as well. So our last thing that we're going to talk about is giving advice to those younger players or rookies that are coming closer to the draft and actually entering into the league here soon. Because soon after, next week and probably the week after that, I think the draft is right around the corner. So just give a little bit of advice for the rookies coming into the league and coming into the draft, and what to kind of expect, since you've been through it as well.
Yeah, people might not like my advice because it's gonna go against what people say. But I say whatever position you want to play, stand by that. Like, but what's the point of like signing up and being in a position you don't want to be for all these seasons? It kind of don't make no sense. So if it's like, I would say try to get like 3 positions and be comfortable with those 3 positions. But if you don't want to, like, say you a tight end and you don't want to play O-line, don't do it, because you're not gonna stay in the league. You know what I'm saying? So I would say just try to be flexible, 3 positions, but don't bend on those 3 positions. Like, try to get those, because you want to at least get a position that you want to see yourself in and you want to play in, even if that means getting drafted later or whatever. I personally wouldn't go to a position I wouldn't want to play. That's not what I would do. But I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, you should play whatever position they want you to," but I don't agree with that, especially if you're paying to get in the league. Mm-hmm. I say stay for the position you want to play. That's me. But a lot of people might not agree with that.
I got you. And my advice to rookies, just be active. Please be active. Reach out to coaches, owners, front office staff, if you can, GMs, whatever the case may be. Put your name out there. Don't be afraid to take interviews, because I've ran into a few rookies that were saying, I'm nervous of, talking to this person, that person, or interviews. Trust me, get your name out there so people know who you are, and so they can put a name to either a voice or video or whatever the case may be, because the more exposure you get, is the better your draft stock will probably increase. And if you don't do that, try to help the league in another way. There's a few players on our team, or a player that started up a podcast. He did that. That helps your draft stock increase. There's another one that he makes beats, and he also does our social media. That helps your draft stock incredibly. So just be conscious of who you are as a person. Like Chris said, stay true to yourself. And if you want a position, stick with it. But yeah, just please be active and reach out to those owners or GM staff to help you increase your stock and give you the best chance possible of getting drafted whenever the draft comes up.
Yeah, I had something else too. And then if you get interviewed by these owners, don't get so hyped and gassed up if they say they're gonna pick you, because these owners be lying. Because I had a couple owners telling me, "Oh, they gonna draft me." So I'm all waiting. I'm all looking at my name, and none of them drafted me, man. So like I said, they be talking to a lot of people, man. So they might tell you one thing, but like I said, just don't get too hyped on it, and just get your backup plan. So if you talk to this one team and you want to get on this one team, talk to some more teams. I said that one team, they talk to other players. They're not just talking to you. So I'm talking more on behalf of the players, and then the owners probably like, "What are you talking about?" But yeah, I had a few owners tell me this and that, and it didn't happen. So every time I play them, I try to get mine. They know who they are. I ain't gonna say their name, but they know, because I interviewed with them. Yeah, so because that had me feeling some kind of way, because I'm like, damn, we doing real interviews. So I'm on the phone with them, talking to them, and they telling me this and this and this. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, yeah, Man, so I'm saying just don't get too hype on these owners and what they tell y'all. That's all I want to say too.
No, you're good. You're good. And just to wrap it up here, is there any last thoughts and words that you have to say?
Yeah, y'all get ready for the season. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a good season. I know a lot of people are going to the convention. I'm not sure if I'm going, but I know that's a big thing. And like I said, I think next season, 17, is gonna be the biggest season ever. So I know it's gonna be the best season for me. So I'm turning that corner, man. I think this gonna be the season, but next season, shit, I know I'm gonna be good by then. But I already think I'm kind of good. So we'll see though.
All right,
I'm getting there.
And the last thing I have to say is a little bit on the convention. It is I think it's the first week in August. It might be Thursday through that weekend, not really sure. But I believe it's the first week in August.
Yeah, we put that week off too. So I don't got no excuse. I actually put that week to work. So we'll see. But I got kids, new kids, so I ain't trying to be out too much.
But it'll be in Leak City, Texas. And also that will be the place where our inductees or our Hall of Famers will be inducted. Like I said, Quentin Shyne and BDG Hollewood. So hopefully they'll be able to make it down there. And yeah, man, season 17 is gonna be an interesting one because there's a lot of movement into the league, and I can't wait to see where everybody lands. But yeah, stay tuned because we got a few surprises from y'all. You know, in the who we're gonna pick up and who we have our eyes set on. So just stay tuned.
Didn't Eddie Gage and AJ make it? They made Hall of Fame, both of them.
Eddie Gage did, not AJ.
Well, AJ won an award too, right?
Yeah, shout out to Dave Axis and Ashley Jackson for getting the award. They got it for their community ambassador, I believe. Yeah, it was the first time that that's ever happened in the league.
Yeah, are you watching? Do you watch a lot of the other podcasts?
Oh yeah, for sure.
AJ and I watch.
Yeah, I try to watch at least one from each, you know, just to get a feel of it, because you know you never know, you might be on there one day and interview, and you want to know what's going on. But yeah, we gonna end it right here. This is the I think third episode or fourth episode. I'm not sure. It's been a long time, but until next time, we out. Peace.
All right, y'all.